this movement is really, it's a culmination of decades of trauma on the African American community. The trauma is like, you go, you follow your mission, like Pat Tillman followed his mission, and things went awry, these kids that are being killed, like Elijah McClain or Trayvon Martin, they follow their mission. Like, I'm gonna, just go somewhere and come right back home, and things went awry. I didn't know I was Black until I came to the United States, because race was such a non-factor growing up in Kenya, so I didn't know I was Black until I learned what the N-word is and the racial, connotations that it bore. And then I joined the military, and I'm around, not predominantly, but a lot of African Americans, and hearing, why do you talk white? You sound white. Why do you talk white? So having that sense of, okay, I'm too Black for the white kids, but I'm too white for my Black cohort. So it was just like this dichotomy, I guess. It really challenged me to really understand, okay, who am I? And, what makes me, Esther. Well, one of the things, like I said, the military exposed me to is people from all different cultures. And so I knew when I got out of the military, I wanted to explore that further. I wanted to see, like, what are the things that make people who they are. So I wanted to have that cultural understanding first, and then do my further my education within counseling and social work. I started working with the VA, and I worked with, and I still do work with, homeless veterans. No one thinks, oh, when I grow up, I'm gonna be homeless, but there's traumas that they have gone through in their lives that led them to where they're at, a lot of times. And my work with them is, in housing them and then helping them get the skills that they need to be able to stably be housed. I have had my own experiences when I first came to this country, and even till the present, of being discriminated against, based on my skin color. Kids get counseling when we have school shootings, up until COVID. But when schools were happening in person, kids, would get counseling at school from a shooting. Do kids get the same counseling after they witness police violence? And how do we as a community process this trauma? That's really the question we have to start asking, is how do we process this trauma? I think we're starting in a good place in terms of giving people of color a platform to be able to, instead of speaking for them, but asking them to speak and magnifying those voices above others. So using our privilege, if you are not a person of color, using your privilege to be able to give a person of color the space to be able to speak their truth, I think is a good place to start. I would say dig deeper, dig beneath the surface. This movement is like, I'd liken it to like an iceberg, with the Titanic. It's like you have the danger or the issue, that's above the water that you see, but the issues that are buried beneath the surface are, 10 times more, 10 times bigger. Do your research, it goes far to be able to, at least with me, it goes far to be able to say, I've read about this and this and this, what is your take on it? Instead of just relying on, your Black friends to educate you. I grew up in the age of like library catalogs, card catalogs, where you had to go and like dig. Like, we're in 2020. We have Google at our fingertips. Like, there really is not much reason for people to not be educated on these things. And so I think, read stuff from people of color, read their voices, and then what you don't understand, then question that.